Okay, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. So this is the second session. I'm going to try to make this one as quick as the previous one. So this functionality get user data is once we have the user's ID, and now we're trying to collect the data and put it into this one. So this is, as I said earlier, a model, which is a data set that has email, ID, name, and role. So now I copy this one at the very top, and when the users sign in, we need to get their data and to be able to transfer it to the other side of the pages, right? So what we'll do is that we'll do the same thing, async, because we want to, this is going to return a data. We want to catch that data that is going to return. So how we do that is, I think most likely we check out first, like what, or yes, it's gonna return a user cred. So we're gonna grab that cred, put it up here, and name it user cred. Yeah, as simple as that. And the reason, like I said earlier, it shows an error. It's most likely because we need to put this up over here. Then we're good. Once we have a wait, we'll make sure it waits and goes to the database, receive the sign in with email and password, all the credentials, and then puts it inside here. If it does exist, that is. So once the user signs in, we'll need to check if the user is signed in. User cred. I'm gonna make an if statement here. Like this, put this here, else, and put this right up there. Users, UID. Yeah, okay, look, I forgot today I had to go to the cafe, and I don't have charge. Man, I need to go to the cafe. So I think I'm gonna charge my phone here. I'm gonna stay up at night at the cafe at this point. Okay, let me just copy this, Well, I don't know if this functionality works. This is the first time I'm using it like this. But at this point, doesn't want to try the work the other way around. So we have both this. So what we'd like to make sure is that when the user tries to sign in, we get the credentials. Then we check if the credentials were successfully signed in by checking if the user has a user ID. If the user doesn't have a user ID, then he did not sign in. So most likely we're going to return false. For now. In the future, we're going to try to catch the error and provide the error that was caught. So for now, we return true. So this means it's unsuccessful, meaning the UID was empty, just like this one. And then if anything else were to happen, like if it's not empty, then the other method will be provided as this. So right here, what I did was to get into this, you can see it goes into Firebase and gets this, go into collections, goes to documentation UID, and then gets those data. Once you get those data, it returns all those datas into this. This is a final variable, meaning it's a variable that could be anything, a metadata, right? Once we have that, we can use that to collect some certain files from this, because now this is a map. So in order to get some data in the map, we need to access the key, which are the strings. I said strings. Okay, so once we get into this, we'll put the data right in here, and then the data returns. There you go. Okay. And then the data returns auth data right here with the email, ID, name, and role. Okay, awesome. So this is one of the parts, right? So once you get into this, as you can see here, the data that has been requested here is a UID, right? So here's their UID right here. Give me a few seconds. UID, what's it here? User credentials dot user dot UID. Okay, it's right up here, right? Perfect. So here's the thing, we put this right here. Give me a few seconds. Okay, perfect. So now it's going to return the data as soon as it receives the data. So what we'll do is that we'll have to put the data into this one. So checks and sees that there's a data there, returns the data right here. Right? We could do this. It's not a problem for us. But maybe this is async, so we might have to make it future. Let me grab that variable. So this is a variable. This is a variable that was created by me. So once we have this variable, we name it anything else, and then we can use it anyhow. So this same variable that I've created. Oh, my throat. I can speak like this for hours. Okay, so look. The auth data is over here, right? Once we have this over here, we can access it now and put it back in, and then return it. But we have to make sure that it returns it in future terms. So if we get back down here, it's gonna lay a complaint that it needs it to be in futures form. So just like that, that one is completed. Okay, so let me just see how long this one has taken. Great, I can see. I guess that's it for this recording. I'll send you this one. You can take a look at it later on.